Brendle, and today we are going to be doing a double feature kind of thing. So we are going to recap July, and then we're also going to take a peek at August. We're starting off on the monthly view of July, where we can see we marked off and paid our bills. For like Hulu, I used our credit towards that, and then we are going to do that later. So we're going to start with the monthly budget here. First off, we're just going to dive right in for our combined income. We brought in $8,745, which is an extra $3,145 for our mortgage, and actually all of our fixed expenses, those were the same. So we can just copy these numbers over. So for fixed expenses, it was $2,111. It's always nice when it works out like that. It's how technically it should, but I feel like lately we've had some ups and downs. And then for sinking funds, we put a big chunk in here, and we're obviously, I won't leave you hanging. We're going to go over it in the next section here. And we put in $5,987, which is an extra $3,324. Our groceries was only $463, which means we had an extra $237 for that. Internet was $51. So in August, I did move that to fixed expenses. That seems to be the amount we're going to be at. And then for restaurant, we only spent $67, which is an extra $8. For total variable expenses, we spent $6,568, which is an extra $3,079. Now, we do have a couple extra items here. We have Spotify, and we have some fraud transactions that were on our card. It happened right at the end of July, so it did get resolved in August, but when I was recapping it, I didn't know if it was resolved at the moment. But so Spotify was $13, and then the fraud amount was 2 transactions for $53. So we had extras of 66. These were obviously over more than we had anticipated. We had gotten Spotify right at the end of June, but I had already made my July budget, so that's why it wasn't included. It is in August, but we did increase it because we got an email that's going to go up to $15, which kind of stinks because we only had 1 month at the $13, and then they raised it a couple dollars, but it is what it is. We still really like it, so we're not gonna change anything. Okay, so that is the overview for our July. Now we're gonna get into the nitty-gritty of the sinking funds. For our actual, this is what we took from our budget and added into our sinking funds. And for auto insurance, we didn't add anything. Maintenance was still at $400. Beauty, we still added $150. Car tabs, we didn't add anything. Clothes, we each got $100 like normal. Costco, that's for our membership every year, which I think for this year I looked at it and we're getting a rebate that's already over the Costco membership, but we like to have it just as a safeguard. And then for dogs, we still added the $150. Electric and entertainment was at $100. Fitness, we didn't add anything to. Furniture, we did, so we added $639. For gas, we kept that at $150. Gifts for Christmas, we didn't add anything. Gifts in general still is $100. Home extras was $100. Home improvement, we did add a little bit extra, $247. Hunting, we also added $350, so that was an increase. Medical, we didn't add anything. Office supplies and books, we just added the $50. Outdoors, we still added the $338. Technology, we added a little extra. Vacation, this is where a big chunk is that we added. We ended up contributing $2,608, and for our water bill we just added the 25 like normal. So this adds up to the 5,987. That was on the budget view that we just went over. Next, we're gonna go over what we spent and then what we have ending. So for auto insurance, we did spend $523, which is for our motorcycle insurance for the entire year. We have 2 motorcycles, and that leaves $880.77. Next, we have auto maintenance. We didn't spend anything, so we have $1,328.44. For beauty, we spent $96.85, which was for my eyebrow appointment is every 3 weeks, and so in July there ended up being 2 in there, and then just a few hygiene things, shower gel, hair ties, that kind of thing, nothing crazy. So we have $82.79 left. Car tabs we didn't need, so we have $166.79 left. For clothes, I spent $80.27. I got a few shirts off of Amazon, so we have $133.25 left. Then Matt spent $19.06, so he has $108.72. Costco, again, we didn't spend anything, and we have $120.14. Dogs, we spent $12.24, so nothing crazy. We spent a lot in June, so it kind of makes up for it. We have $137.93 left. Electric, that was $79, so we have $48.15 left. Entertainment was $181.36, which was dinner with a friend. Matt bought a few like online games to play, and then we did take out some cash for the camping trip to be able to pay for the campsite and stuff like that. But there was about $120 that we didn't spend, and so we're just keeping it in cash, and I allocated it to entertainment because that's probably what it'll be used for when we're out and about with friends or whatever and need to pick something up. So that leaves $19.50. Fitness, we didn't buy anything, so we still have the $172.78. For furniture, the reason we had to add an extra amount in there was because we bought a new couch. I'm so excited. So it is way more spacious than we did have, like just a regular sized couch and then a chair, but now it's a big L couch, and I'm just so excited for it. And it ended up being $1,483.99, which I'm so happy for. We got it at Costco, and that leaves 66 cents left. For gas, we spent $401.27. So in July, we had a lot of camping trips. We had a family reunion to go to. We helped my sister move, and some of those things, the gas could have been put into vacation, but since we had such a high amount in gas, we decided to put it towards there. So we can see that in July we do spend way more on gas traveling and stuff. So we still ended up having $207.88. For Christmas, we didn't buy anything, so we still have $2,030.19. Gifts in general, we spent $25.33, so we have $75.45 left. Home extras, we spent $73.11. Matt bought a few things for in the garage that helped with the fence, but will be things that we will keep like long term. So they went into extras, more like tools and stuff. So $49.06 is what we have remaining. For home improvement, we spent $524.10 on a bunch of stuff for the fence. We got the whole back section done in July, which was a real relief. And then there was a small section in the front. I think it was like 16 feet. So just like 2 sections of the fence that needed to be done that we did finish in August as of recording this. So the fence is done. We won't need to spend any more. There will be some expenditures for that little section we did in August, but no big deal. So excited for it to be done. So we have 6 cents that rolled over for home improvement. Hunting, Matt spent $251.73. He got a bunch of stuff: fishing net, fishing license, ammo holder, bear spray holster, cow call, game bag, shut off. There was a sale on one of the sites he has, so he bought a few things. Leaves $304.34. Next we have medical. We didn't spend anything, so we still have that $530.50. Office supplies and books. I didn't spend anything on stickers or anything in July. I was very excited and happy. We did spend $635, which is just our HP Instant Ink membership. I had spent so much in June that I was like, I'm not buying stickers in July, and I'm so excited. Granted, I didn't even have time to spend money in July, in July. So it kind of worked out, but that means we have $44.46 left over. And outdoors, we didn't spend anything, so we still have $347.42. Technology, we didn't spend anything, so we have $280.49. We added extra to this because we hadn't quite reconciled July, but it was in August when we decided that I was going to get a new monitor. I ordered some new filming lights. I don't have them yet. And then there's one other thing. I don't remember what the other thing is, but funded it from July, but we spent the money in August. So that will be rolled over and go towards there. So then in vacation, we spent $475.65, which is so much food for the camping trip, the reunion trip. We normally bring like a raffle ticket to help fund all the costs for everything that goes there, and just any food and snacks along the way when we were going to help my sister, and just like little things like that all added up in there, which is why the groceries for the month of July was so low, is because 1, we weren't home very often, and 2, the food we were eating while we were away wasn't getting included in our regular budget because it was a vacation thing. So just the way it works out. And the reason we added so much extra, and so we have $2,491.99, is because Matt and I want to take a trip at the beginning of 2024, maybe like the end of July, or maybe February, maybe March, but probably right around February or so. Just going away, just the 2 of us. We haven't had a trip just the 2 of us in quite a few years. I want to say probably 2019. So I think it's just time for the 2 of us to take a trip. So it'll be fun. Then our water bill was $52, which is our quarterly bill, and that leaves $22.82 remaining. So out of our sinking funds, we spent $4,285.31, which leaves $9,584.58 there. That is where most of our money went to throughout July. Now we're gonna flip back and look at our debt review. We have 2 debts, our mortgage and our truck loan. We are only putting our truck loan, which is a Tacoma. Starting balance for just this month is $32,193.80, which we just paid the minimum. We didn't make any extra payments, so we have $67.67 in interest for the month. which leaves $31,671.47 remaining. The reason we haven't been putting extra payments on here is the interest low is less than 3%. And so it just makes more sense for us to put our money somewhere else that can grow more interest. Either some of it obviously is in our Roth IRA, or we have a high interest savings account for our savings and our sinking funds and everything that's in there. So then for our monthly progress, we have our starting balance for the month, our ending balance. We'll calculate our progress on our principal, and then calculate what percent that decreased. And then we'll do the same for overall, except we will have our beginning balance at the start of the loan, our ending as of July, how much we paid off the principal by dollar and by percent. Our starting for our monthly progress will be our starting balance for July, which was $32,193.80. We'll take our ending over here, which was $31,671.47, and subtract the two, which means out of our minimum, our principal decreased by $522.33. And if we take our $500 amount divided by the $32,000 amount, we get 1.62%, which is how much we decreased for the month. And then if we take our beginning balance, which is how much we took out the loan for, which was $38,758.70. The ending here is going to be the ending for the month, $31,671.47. We subtract the two, and we have paid down this loan by $7,087.23, which if we take that divided by our beginning gives us 18,029% decrease on the loan, which is super exciting. This is a 5-year loan. I think we've made one extra payment, and we might make extra payments along the way if we just get tired of having that minimum payment every month. For now, this is where we sit for July. And now, dun dun dun, we're gonna look at August. So here, our monthly view, and I've already paid off some of these or scheduled their payments. So like our mortgage, I've already submitted the payment, and today is the 13th. We're halfway through the month. So I will show you the monthly budget that we had created earlier in the month, and then what we plan to put in our sinking funds. But I will not be doing the paycheck breakdown because we're already a good chunk of the way into the month. So just the way it goes. But I still wanted to share with you what it looks like. For our income, we combined Matt and I's income, which we talked about increasing it in August, but as we were going over it, we decided to just stick with what we know, what works, which is we keep it low, and then if we get extra money throughout the month, we can plan on what to do with it. So we're just sticking with $5,600 for fixed expenses. We have a few more than we had in July. Mostly we had the bills in July, but just we're moving them to fixed expenses. So first we have mortgage, our Tacoma, phone bill, garbage, which is our sewer and garbage, we just shorten it, internet, life insurance, Spotify, and Netflix. Our mortgage is $1,241. Tacoma is $590. Our phone bill is $152. Sewer and garbage is $80 a month. Internet is $51. Life insurance is $38. Spotify is going to be $15 and Netflix is $10. So for total fixed expenses, it is $2,177. And then for variable, we have our sinking funds, groceries, and restaurant. For sinking funds, we are planning to put 2,648 in there. Groceries and restaurant, we are sticking with our 775, which is what we've been doing. And we had so much going in July, we didn't spend too much over analyzing August budget and just get the numbers out there so we can start tracking our spending and making sure we're in our budget. And then for extras, I didn't write anything in stone in here, but we will have, like I said, those fraud transactions. But I think I might put them in here because it's not technically income, but it is money we're getting back. So I don't think I'll put it down here, but we'll see how the end of August looks. So the total variable expenses is $3,423, and if you add this plus our total fixed expenses will equal budget, which means we've decided if we only get $5,600 per month, this is where our money will go. As you've seen throughout my channel, we do usually get more income and we decide throughout the month where that'll go, and at the end of the month we finalize everything. So that's what we're looking like. Now, lastly, we're gonna go over our sinking funds here. And I already added our beginning balance, which was the ending for July. I remembered to do that, so I'm very excited. Normally we don't see that when we talk about the new month. Normally when we're setting up the new budget, the previous month hasn't ended yet, and so that's why we don't usually have the beginning. So for auto insurance, we are adding $423. We are starting to fund 2024, and so we'll need to start adding some more for auto insurance. Auto maintenance is fine. Beauty, we are adding $150. Car tabs, we don't need anything. Clothes, we are getting our standard $100. For Costco, we don't need to add anything. Dogs, we are adding $300. This was due to Leah having a emergency vet visit because of her anal glands. Sometimes they get infected, and we took her in so that we could get her some antibiotics and some anti-inflammatory, so that'll help her. So that was $200. So we just added that into our August budget because it happened like that first weekend and we hadn't finalized August. Next, for entertainment, or sorry, for electric, we added $100. Entertainment also got $100. Fitness and health, we didn't add anything. Furniture, we just added $100 just in preparation. We do want to get a new rug at some point, but we're not in a hurry. Gas, we still added $150. Gifts for Christmas, we are set. Gifts in general, we added $100. Home extras, we added $100. Home improvement, we added $50. Hunting, we added $550. Matt bought some hunting clothes and he's looking into a spotting scope, so we were funding that for him. Medical, we didn't add anything. Office supplies and books, we added $50. Outdoors, we added $50. Technology, we just added $100. Vacation, we added $100. And water bill, we added our normal $25. And so if you add all of that up, that comes out to $2,648. So that is what we're looking like for August. I'm so glad that you are still watching, and I know summer is crazy, so if you haven't watched my videos lately, that's okay too. I know my YouTube view time has gone down, so I appreciate it if you take a look. If not, we will see you in the slower months. That is just the way it goes sometimes. Thanks for hanging out, stopping by, and enjoy the rest of your summer. I'll see you later.